Occurred, the 10th of October 1991, 20 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: North Judson, Toto, IN, USA. Shape, light duration, 20 minutes. No of observers. 3 characteristics: lights on object, left a trail, aircraft nearby. 2 lights, moving beyond human ability. 3 people, in sky for mins, chase plans visible. In the fall of 1991, my father called from his girlfriend's house. This is only the beginning of cell phones and pagers, so he called the house. Asked my to bring tools over to where he was, Bass Lake, in area close to HWY 10 and HWY 35. We gathered tools. We left North Judson and headed that way, my buddy and I. Only there for a min, to drop off the tools. We exited the driveway turning west on HWY 10, now headed back home. As soon as we were facing west, we both said, "What the fuck is that?" West and slightly north of us, in the area of Toto, IN, yes, that is a town, were two brassy colored lights. 4,000 to 8,000 feet up. Rough guess. So as fast as my mom's '89 Ford Escort could go. Don't laugh. From Bass Lake area to Toto we went, running stop signs and about focused on these two lights. Once on Toto Road South, somewhere around 399 to 33 South Toto Road. We were on the side of the road staring up at the 2 lights. They were still just slightly north of our location now. Still 4,000 to 8,000 feet up. Another car come flying up, slams on his brakes and parks in front of us. He had seen the two lights when he left work in LaPorte Inn, about 30 miles away. So now there is 3 of us watching. Moments went by, and for all directions cam chased planes. 5 or 6 coming in from all sides. We can tell the planes were just that. You could see the blinking lights as the planes came in closer. The 2 lights, in a split second, were gone over the horizon, with just a streak of light. The horizon in the direction of Chicago, while the planes coming from that direction turned around. Moments later, the 2 lights were back to nearly the same location. The planes all turned back around again. At this point, seeing our fighter jets move like a turtle compared to streaks of light, I said to my buddy and the other guy, "This is a fucking clown show," as in we, the USA, had nothing that moved even close to what the lights were. Again, moments later, the 2 lights split in different directions, gone. I became a mechanical engineer through Purdue. I have yet to see anything move, as such. Still to this day. And I am not 45 to 46 years later, at dinner with my then wife, visiting my buddy in Texas, I said, "Hey, what about those lights?" He slaps his wife's shoulder, and says, "I told you I wasn't fucking crazy," because clearly she did not believe him. But our stories match, equals. I am blessed to have seen what I saw. Knowing so many spend the life wishing they could catch a glimpse.
Occurred, the 1st of October 2023, 7 hours 8 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Knox, IN, USA. Location details: over cornfields next to massive solar field shape. Unknown duration. Split second. No of observers. 0 explanation. Bird. Probable taking picture of fog over filed. Captured image by accident. Was walking my dogs. Probably 48 degrees F. Not a sound except crickets. Out in the country near massive solar fields. Held my arm up to capture top of cornfield with fog and took the picture. Got home and noticed a black dot on photo from iPhone. The image was a live image, so I touched the screen to see if I could tell what the black dot was, and surprised to see how fast it moved across the screen. Super fast. No sound.
Occurred, the 21st of July 2021, hours 57 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: North Judson, IN, USA. Shape, light duration, 10 seconds. No of observers. 1 looking for the comet linear through 7x50 binoculars. I observed an object barely bright enough to be visible passing from the star known as 45 UMA to the star known as 30 UMA in an unbroken straight line in approximately 10 seconds. Further viewing was obscured by the headlamps of automobiles passing my location at the intersection of State Route 8 and State Route 39. And commercial passenger aircraft had passed through my field of view just moments before. The faint object was far too high and fast to be an airplane of any conventional kind.
Occurred, the 20th of June 2012, 15 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location, North Judson, IN, USA. Shape, triangle. Duration, 1 minute. No of observers. 1 nearly transparent triangular object moved very slowly across sky, flew into cloud and did not reappear. Occurred, the 24th of May 2015, 20 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location, North Judson, IN, USA. Shape, oval. Duration, 3 minutes. No of observers. 3 characteristics: lights on object, aircraft nearby. Red oval shaped craft stopped, moved in another direction, then head back into original direction. Red shaped craft come from the east, moving towards us as we were sitting out on the porch. The craft was moving at a good speed, then stopped, made a left turn, went south for about 5 seconds, then proceeded west again, and kept moving west. Just as it went over the house, there was a large jet up higher, so it gave it scale. It was about the size of a car. We watched it until it disappeared to the west.
Occurred, the 5th of October 2004, 20 hours 12 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location, Bass Lake, Culver, IN, USA. Shape, diamond. Duration, 20 seconds. No of observers. 1 characteristics: aircraft nearby. Diamond-shaped craft with no lights or sound, traveling east in northern Indiana with 2 red, yellow spheres close by. At exactly 20.12 I looked to the north and saw a tiny red, yellow sphere. Thought at first it was a plane's lights, but witnessed it travel SW for a couple of seconds, then shoot off into the opposite direction and disappear within 2 seconds. 5 seconds after this I noticed a huge diamond-shaped object with no lights and no sound traveling west to east. I watched this for about 10 to 12 seconds as it disappeared out of my line of sight. Shortly after the diamond-shaped object disappeared, another red, yellow sphere appeared from the north, traveling towards the east, darting from one direction to the other before disappearing out of sight.
Occurred, the 10th of September 2023, 18 hours 49 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location, Bass Lake, IN, USA. Location details: we were on an IFR flight plan in a SR-22T at 10,000 feet direct to Eon, JOT. Then KDPA. Shape, rectangle. Duration, seconds. No of observers. 2 objects flew past our aircraft at 10,000 feet within 200 yards of our right wing. My wife and I were flying in our Cirrus SR-22T from KAGC to KDPA. We were at 10,000 feet altitude and traveling at approximately 200 miles per hour on an instrument flight plan. The weather was VMC, outside air temperature was 5C. We were in contact with South Bend ATC. The object was approaching us rapidly about 200 yards north of our position. We were just south of Bass Lake, Indiana and north of Wheeler Airport, IG-05, at 6:49 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time. We both were shocked to see an object at our exact altitude and so close to the airplane. We contacted ATC to ask if they had seen anything on their radar. They indicated they did not have anything showing up in our location, but had indicated there was a commercial aircraft 30,000 feet above us.
They asked us to describe the object. It was of metal material and color. It had a sphere on the top with what appeared to be a black visor across the facing position. Under the attached sphere were 3 attached rectangular cubes stacked vertically. The entire object appeared to be about 2 to 3 meters in vertical length. No obvious form of propulsion on the object. It was moving horizontally at a high rate of speed, or at least it appeared to be. However, we were also moving fast, so we aren't sure if the object was moved or if it was just us moving. This was not a drone, bird, or aircraft. It almost appeared as an automated jetpack-like structure with a monitoring head but without extremities of arms or legs. I have been a pilot for 25 years and have flown over 800 hours of flight time. My wife has flown many missions with me and is a keen observer of other aircraft while flying.
Occurred, the 28th of August 1966, 0 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds local location. Groverton, in, USA. Shape. Cigar duration. 10 seconds no of observers. 2 Did I see rockets flying over my house? My brother and I were 5 and 6 years old. We were standing out in the front yard of our farmhouse when 2 of what we thought flew over the house. They weren't very high and they were moving very fast. We thought it was pretty exciting at the time, but of course nobody believed us. It wasn't until 25 years later that I was thinking about that day and realized that rockets don't just fly over north-central Indiana. My first thought was that it didn't happen. Maybe it was one of those memories of a dream that children confuse with actual experience. I called my brother up and asked him if he remembered it, and he did. The only difference we had was the direction they were traveling. Although we both remember them on a SW to NA angle across the sky. I don't know what we saw that day, but I've never found any possibility that wouldn't be pretty strange. P.S. Our father was a pilot. So we would have known if it was a couple of jets in bank making their wings unperceptible.